in this section, I've basically taken the head portion of the character, and what I'm going to do is just convert this to become the helmet. So I'm just going to drop the leather texture on there as a starting point. I've left on the symmetry, and I'm just going to work my way around. Firstly with, I think I'll just use the smooth tool. So brush, set to smooth. Oops, far too large. Just have a look at the area of effect and knock it down to about 5, 4 maybe, and we'll just even out the areas around the eye and the ear, just so as I can see them a little bit better, and the head. Just switch to face mode, polygon mode. And just select and delete the ones that we don't want. I'm just working off my memory of the, we could easily have put the reference in, but there's no need for this part. Just remembering the shape of the helmet was something like that. Select all the bottom now because we've divided it off. And you can see already that we've got the shape of the mask quite nicely there. Just go in and use loop selection inside here. Oops. Loop selection, and then delete it, and then delete the inner bit. That's fine. And then the last bit, before we take it back to the other document, just optimize it. Go up to mesh, commands, optimize. I'll get rid of those points that were in there, and then we're going to shape where the horn is going to come out of the side of the dragon's horn is going to come out of the side of the head. Like so. And then extrude backwards. But remember to tweak the shape. Tweak to a sort of a cylinder at the side of the head. And if you tweak it now, it saves doing it later. Now the front, we won't bother tweaking it because we'll smooth it out. Well, we'll tweak it a little bit at the top there, but we'll smooth that out in a minute. And now just thinking of how your reference was, we'll just do a couple of extrudes and we'll leave it at that, and then we'll match that when we get into the back into the other file. and we should be quite close with that one. We'll just scale it up slightly. If the pivot is away, just hit L and then move the pivot into where you need it. So L gives you that ability to move the pivot without the object. And we'll go back to Dragon Boy. Let's just place it in there. Now let's just hypernerve the body. And there you go. Quite close straight away. And we'll scale that up a bit more. And let's just put the knife sections in now. That's going to allow me to smooth down the horn without damaging it really, because once that's in place it's quite easy to smooth it down. And now I'll just go back to point mode. I don't think the reference had it coming out like that, but I quite like that look. I suppose really at this stage, if I put another hypernerve in, we'll rename this helmet, that will help. And you can see now that's better straight away because we're closer. And let's just go to I think we'll use magnet this time. Keep changing the radius to get the shape that you want for the horns. Oops, don't know what I did there at the end. I must have dragged it. I think I must have left some polygons behind. There we go, that works fine. And then all that's left to do there is add the spikes. If we go and use brush and smooth again, there we go, that just helps. Okay, so the geometry is in place for the helmet now. And I will have to give that double thickness, but that's there. Now, just before I started the video, I just added some loops in the belly area on the main character. Let's turn hypernerves off. And you can see there, I just put split there, split there, split there. And then basically rounded the shape here to give me the torso. A little bit of detail work on the legs, and that's it really. this stage. The next stage is the final stage, which is the same pass again but adding more detail, and that will give us the final model ready for sending out for texture mapping. You can add teeth and things like obviously the eyeballs. Let's get the main character ready and then take it from there.